on it, man. They're on it, man. Come on. Let's go.
All right, the big splash, the ultra rares, and finally, the overdogs. Let's go, everybody. Our contestants will race to riches in quick cash. The first to reach the cash goal will claim victory.
Scotty's hit the nail on the head. The big cash chase is on.
The Big Splash are starting a ripple effect. They're opening Vault 1.
Outgoing gas grenade. We could be witnessing the birth of new rivalries here. We've got our first elimination.
The battle lines are drawn. One contestant left for the ultra. Diving off the blocks, the Big Splash have started our first cash out. Complete team wipe for the overdogs.
They're off to the doghouse now.
Exactly what I was thinking. Respawn alert! The overdogs are back in action! Oh no! The Big Splash have lost all but one contestant! first place, it's the Overdogs.
Jump pad deployed.
The Overdogs are showing they're no underdogs, stealing that cash out with ease. The Overdogs will need to come back from that wipeout.
Scotty, I bet there'll be some bowed heads and tucked tails on that team.
The Overdogs are back in action. It's in! The Big Splash make a bold statement with the first cash out of the match.
Deploying jump pad.
The Ultra Rares are busy unlatching Vault 2.
Time to bounce. Threat detected.
Capture cash box 2!
There, hurry. Stay close. Danger here. Watch out. Trouble over there. Careful.
Complete team wipe for the Ultra Rares.
Jump pad deployed.
Respawn alert! The Ultra Rares are back in action.
Toxic gas sent.
Cash out feed.
Well, there's no backup now for the remaining member of the Big Splash. The Big Splash will need to reboot. Team wiped.
They might be in water now.
The Big Splash are re-entering the arena. The Overdogs have kicked off a cash out.
Toxic gas out.
Barricade deployed.
Alas, the Ultra Rares have been wiped out.
Well done. Wipe. Throwing fire.
like a team wipeout for the ultra rares.
They're as common as a four-leaf clover in the arena now.
The ultra rares are back. Team respawn. We are halfway through now. The anticipation is driving me crazy. The overdogs are ahead of the field. I love this part of our show. Who will get to the new ball first?
Like fucking birds. Jesus.
Toxic gas out.
The overdogs are holding on by just one paw out there. Only one contestant left. The overdogs will need to try again. Team wipe.
They've been made a cat's paw.
The Big Splash are looking for admission to Vault 3. We've got the overdogs returning to the arena.
Moving up on cash out, D.
Affirmative.
Let's get airborne. Move there. Follow me. Proceed there. Advance now. Jump zone here. Deploying jump pad.
Let's see whether the last member of the Big Splash will attempt a revive.
Let's get airborne.
Yikes. Team wipe for the ultra rares.
Too bad, because winning is the true collector's item here.
3 seconds. 3 seconds.
The ultra rares are back on the scene. Cash out in progress thanks to the Big Splash.
Poison on road.
Throwing cover grenade. Enemy detected.
Gas grenade out.
The overdogs are on the way to glory. The overdogs made an awesome steal there.
A move that definitely sets the stakes higher, Scotty.
Adversity for the big splash wipeout.
They need to resurface and reassess.
Absolutely couldn't agree more.
Time to
The big
bounce.
splash are back in action.
Throwing some poison.
This'll burn!
An amazing show of skill, but we are out of time. With fame and fortune on the line today, our contestants
Cool.
We'll see you next time on the finals.
I think my thing needs to be updated. We're still streaming? We're still streaming. That's good. Do a recording, why not? Dun, dun, dun. I was thinking about something else. But I didn't say it. I love you. Oh.
Here we go. The shock and awe. The overdogs. And finally, the big splash. Let's go, everybody. Our contestants will need to unleash their inner tycoons in quick cash. They'll need to gather enough cash first to win.
Remember, last season, a lot of teams won by prioritizing
I'm
teamwork.
here for you. Gonna find a hammer before
We've got our first elimination of the match. Our teams are finally getting acquainted.
Peacetime is over, folks. Uh-oh, only one contestant left for the overdogs.
Watch out! Enemy! Go! Stick together!
The big splash washing over Vault 1.
Threat detected!
The big splash have lost all but one contestant. The overdogs are looking for a tasty snack. They've started our first cash out.
On my way.
Sick of being the underdogs. The overdogs are back on track.
Jump pad here. Get moving. Toxic gas then.
Our first cash out goes to the overdogs. Let's see whether they can keep that momentum going. Look at the big splash. One deserted contestant holding down the fort all by themselves. The last member of the Shock and Awe needs to be shock-proof to avoid a team wipe.
Whoa! I'm playing video games.
Cold water on the big splash didn't scare them off. Team respawned.
It's very loud.
Full throttle to cash out.
Like
Hey,
streaming and for myself. For both. Why not both?
The overdogs are plucking at Vault 2.
Yeah, no.
Deploying jump pad. Toxic gas out.
The big splash are initiating a cash out. The overdogs have been rattled. Team wiped.
They got roughed up, Scotty.
Yes, indeed. You hit the nail on the head. The overdogs are back in action.
Trouble over there. Careful.
dead. Complete team wipe for the big splash.
They'll...
Showing the others how it's done. It's the big splash. Splashy and flashy, the big splash have completed a cash out. The big splash are back in action.
Move! Move! Using gas grenade.
Lots of action and destruction awaits as we enter the second half of the match. The Overdogs are plucking at... Team-wide calamity for the big splash. Respawn alert. The big splash are back in action.
Charge the cash out C. Move there. Stay on me. Shoot for cash out C. Hop on up.
Bingo!
Using gas grenade. Let's get airborne.
The Overdogs are initiating a cash out.
Toxic gas sent.
The Overdogs are ahead of the field. Complete team wipe for the shock and awe.
Jump pad deployed.
The shock and awe have respawned. Welcome to backup now for the remaining member of the big splash.
Time to bounce.
The big splash will need to come back from that.
Deploying jump pad. Poison on road.
Time! All that's left is to confirm the result.
something for myself. You know. I love you. Mwah. This one's waterproof too, so, or water resistant. You know what I mean? I love you.
stash and quick cash. The team that secures a big enough stash first will triumph.
You said it, Scotty. Let the financial foot race begin.
Vault 1 is being opened by the Ultra Rares.
Here we go, Scotty. The teams are getting to know each other out there. And by that I mean, we have our first elimination.
It's go time! Ouch! And just like that, the socialites are struggling with only one contestant in the arena.
Time to bounce. Pop the gas out. Hop on up.
A team-wide mishap for the powerhouses.
They couldn't keep the roof from caving in on their game plan.
The Ultra Rares are looking to make a name for themselves. First cash out started. Good news is things are being rare for the Ultra Rares. They're down to one contestant. Respawn alert! The powerhouses are back in action!
Gas grenade out. Jump pad deployed. Pop the gas set. Jump pad ready.
The tough shells are now just a single tough shell. One contestant left. This is exactly what the Ultra Rares needed. They've pocketed our first cash out.
Enemy contestant.
come on. Ugh. Alright. We still burning, I guess.
The money, Scotty. Speed is key.
I see an enemy! Let's get airborne. Toxic gas set.
The overdogs are crowding into Vault 1.
Jump pad here.
We've got our first elimination, Scotty. Talk about making a solid first impression on our sponsors.
I hope the viewers at home are ready for a wild ride.
Danger field. Deploying jump pad. Toxic gas out. Caution, enemy! Outgoing gas grenade!
Well, there's no backup now for the remaining member of the Big Splash. The Big Splash are looking to make a name for themselves. First cash out started.
That way, go! Let's get airborne. Head over there. Keep pace. Time
Pulling
back.
ahead now, we have the Boundless. The Boundless pilfered a cash out.
That gamble paid off big time.
Jump pad ready.
The overdogs will need to come back from that wipeout.
Scotty, I bet there'll be some bowed heads and tucked tails on that team.
The overdogs are back!
Time to bounce.
the overdogs. Not sure if it's a good time for them to play dead.
This might burn. Sending a frag. Sending a frag.
It's in! The Big Splash make a bold statement with the first cash out of the match.
Jump pad deployed.
The Boundless bound into action, unlocking Vault 2.
Pump the gas out.
Adversity for the Boundless Wipeout.
Hop on up.
The Boundless are back. Team Respawn.
Jump pad here.
Big Splash have commenced a cash out.
Time to bounce. Gas grenade out. Jump pad ready.
The Overdogs looted a cash out.
Definitely not a defensive strategy.
Jump pad deployed.
That's gotta hurt. The Overdogs only have a single contestant in the arena now. Team wipe calamity for the Big Splash.
They can still turn the tide, Scotty.
Watch out!
The Big Splash just made their return to the arena. The Overdogs have established a lead. Kudos to the Overdogs. They just cashed out.
Storm Vault 3.
An early predictor of chaos in the arena as we have a new vault. The Big Splash are unbolting Vault 3.
Gas grenade out.
A team wipe mishap for the Overdogs. return to the arena.
Moving to cash out C. Jump pad ready.
The last member of the Big Splash needs to be calculating before jumping into any danger. As we pass the halfway point of the match, you could cut the tension with a knife, or an assassin's dagger, or a cheese slicer.
Going for cash out station D. All right. Jump pad deployed. Using gas grenades.
Cash out set in motion by the Overdogs.
Hop on up.
The Overdogs are trying to leave their opponents in the dust.
Point.
The Overdogs will need to reboot. Team wiped. The Big Splash are now just a single contestant away from a team wipe. The Overdogs are re-engaging. The Big Splash are stretching into the lead. Fantastic steal by the Boundless.
Let's get air.
Big Splash denied a cash out. Great steal.
Pocket gas.
The Boundless are back in contention. They've made an amazing recovery.
The Boundless banked their earnings. I love this part of our show. Who will get to the new vault first? The Big Splash are looking for admission to Vault 4.
Throwing some poison.
Look at the Big
Coming
Splash! One deserted contestant holding
Relocate.
down the fort all by themselves.
Relocate. There. Hurry. Come on. Deploying jump pad.
A long-awaited return to the arena for the Big Splash.
Outgoing gas grenade.
The Overdogs just jump-started a cash out.
Deploying jump
Here we
pad.
go. Our upcoming event will surely put the adaptability of our contestants to the test. We've reached the end of this game show event.
stole a cash out.
Remember, that's illegal in many jurisdictions, but not here.
Complete team wipe for the Overdogs.
Approach there.
The Overdogs have been released back into the arena. Team respawn. Our contestants need their way up. 1 minute left.
Using gas grenade.
The Overdogs don't need to start licking their wounds just yet. They still have one teammate left out there. We still have 30 seconds remaining. That's the final whistle, and the result is in. It's lights out in the arena, just as the spotlight swings to our winners. From all of us here at the finals, thanks for watching.
Woo! Nice. Who are you? That was a good match. Because that's the thing. That's what it's about, man. You know? That's what the game is about, man. Yeah. Let's go. Hell yeah. Joss, I just fucking won this for my team. It wouldn't have happened without my teammate, but I won it for my team. I was dead. Hello. What's going on? 1 second, man. I can't really hear you. What's up? No. Mm-hmm. You know? I feel you. Oh, I guess. I mean, I guess. I do have some idea, but this is gonna sound conceited, but I think I do a fairly good job of controlling my brain over myself. You know what I'm saying? And I tend to be really good at fighting my own bias and inner frustration, right? So like I don't really experience it in the same way some people do, right? But I also don't set arbitrary limits on myself, right? Like I'm a jerk off if I fucking want to. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like the fuck, like it's something that doesn't affect anything. So of course your brain's gonna be like, what does it matter? You know, the only person you have to hold it to is yourself. You know what I'm saying? Unless you got like a bet going.
Coming at you for this, but I'm saying something like jerking off. If you just follow whenever you want to do something and you do it whenever you want to do it, then you're just losing to your temptations.
I mean, it's like if you
know what I'm saying?
smoke
If you
weed
eat whenever you want to
occasionally.
eat, like a fucking rabbit, if you eat whenever you want to eat, it's not gonna end well. Rabbits eat till they die. My God.
I think people who have a hard
Until they're dead.
time choosing when not to do something. This is what we're talking about. That's what I'm saying is like I have that problem with like alcohol and like weed. You know what I'm saying? Like these are things that are hard for me to stop. Alcohol, I've gone pretty long, so that's good. But I don't.
I stopped cold turkey.
You know?
I used to drink a lot. Alcohol is the reason I like lost a lot of weight. I don't know if you guys, well, you guys have probably seen me on cam. I used to weigh 150 more pounds than I do now.
I feel you. I didn't know if it was the homelessness and the 14-hour days at work, or if it was the alcohol and me throwing up to then drink more. It should be like that. But
Yeah.
I had a pretty hard time coming down from it. But I was like going through like a 40 rack and nips and like.
Yeah, I never drank beer. I would drink like, I had this huge thing where like I wanted to lose weight even when I started drinking. So, but like I'm fucking Dominican, bro. So like Spanish fucking parents, they literally like you could be 16 in DR and drink fucking liquor. So they've always just like kind of supported the habit.
Yeah.
And it was one of those things where like I wouldn't mind, like, but then it's just like if I get super drunk, don't get upset at me for acting my age. Low key.
Yeah, that's the other thing. It's like, yeah, that's the reason why I had to stop. Right, it was causing me to be too outgoing, and I already have a poor filter. Right, so like it just ended up being like, nah. I feel like at this point I'm only doing myself more harm. Even if I can work on it and I can go out in public and not immediately get spotted, like I can, just because you can control it doesn't mean you can really control it. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
why I stopped drinking too. I smoke a lot and I take like psychedelics and other shit, but Drinking is the one
Yeah.
thing that like I drink a lot, and then I stopped it for that reason too. And
I
makes me
got
act
more
like
bike
I don't encourage
crashes because of that kind of shit. I feel so confident. But I can tell you, I used to go downtown to this place, this pub, and I played, drunk chess with a friend of mine. And I rode there and rode back every single day. It was an hour. And on my way back, I'd be like shit-faced, right? So you start riding, your blood's pumping. And so I black out on my way to wherever I was going, right? And somehow I always woke up, my bike was fine, and I was fine, and my stuff was
that's how
there.
it is. It's out of habit. That's how it is. Whenever I drink,
It's hard to say no when you don't have any issues that you can see perceivably, right?
My question is, Mr. Clean 'em Up, do you believe that being real with yourself and then being real with your others is just being real in general and like not lying about shit is important?
Of course.
Yeah. That's
Okay,
number
then
one.
I'll ask
But
you this
like, can you accept the
I'll ask you
realness
this,
to
I'll ask you
yourself?
this.
I think that's the problem people have, right? Is
I'll ask you
can
this.
they?
If you
Okay,
think,
what's
if
up?
you think that's a problem people have, then that's a problem you don't, right?
I'm not saying I don't have that problem. I'm saying I do a very good job of fighting that, right? So
Okay,
it's like
did your name
I'm not
used to be
perfect.
MC Garbage Rhymes?
This is true.
Then why do you always say it's not, bro?
I don't always say it's not. We went through this. I don't think you were here. Chax came in and confronted me, and I was like, "Bro, uncool." And there was a whole thing, and then it's over, and now we've moved on. People just call me Mr. Clean 'em Up now.
So that bad time, bad era you were in was MC Garbage Rhymes.
I mean,
And
I
that's
don't
why
know
you
about
wanna
that. It's
remember.
complicated, right? And I don't wanna talk about what happened when I left because I already talked about that when Chax confronted me. You can ask Chax what I said if you really want to know.
Sometimes you just need a break, though. I feel like people make it out to seem because it's like social media or it's like Discord or it's not that serious or like that's how people like. I'm not lying. Being someone who's been online like chronically for a very long time, but also being someone who I'm outside with friends and I fucking do shit all the time. It's like it's half and half. Like both, I understand why people feel like they need
The
a
rules
break or like
hardly
leave
need
shit from Discord,
explanation
bro,
in
'cause, like,
quick cash,
realistically
but here it
speaking,
goes.
shit like
Map the
online.
targeted total
This
for
place is
like-
toxic,
Remember,
bro.
last
This
No,
place
it's
is not good for
toxic,
the
but-
psyche. You know what I'm saying?
You know-
It's also just online shit. It's just like
Yeah.
online. People gotta realize, like, at this point, it's not something people can look at and be like, "Oh, you're fucking an online motherfucker, like you're a nerd or whatever." Like, it's a society now, so it's like, people make friends online. People have marriages.
being opened by the powerhouses.
You know what I
Look
mean?
at that,
True.
guys.
So shit is like kind of normalized. So I feel like
sure.
Patience, Scotty.
really
About
like
making a solid first
think too hard
impression
about
on
shit
our
like that. People want to
sponsors.
take breaks, but it makes sense. Bro. Like if you live your life,
Tough
know-
shells are now just a single tough shell. One contestant left.
Times and I'm confronting him about it now.
Teamwork mishap for the powerhouses.
But the reason I'm
They've gone
confronting
for a
him
power nap
is
now,
not, I like
Scotty.
to make people
No
talk
doubt
about
about
something
it.
they don't want to talk and all that, especially men, right?
Mhm.
Is because good intentions. I got very good intention in it where I like to make people
Shoving
let it
to the
sink
front
in.
of the
If
line,
they don't
the
want
jet
to,
setters have
they
started our
feel like
first
they don't want
cash
to
out.
talk about it like him.
Mhm.
Not talking about it. I press him in a good intention way where it's like, I see myself as like, how do I say this? The self progression bully.
Mhm.
Like I press you so you could take it, so you.
No,
don't
I know
get
what you mean.
affected
It's
by it.
like I know exactly what you're talking about, bro.
And I try to do it
I-
humorously as much as I can, so
Nah,
people
nah,
don't
yeah, facts.
actually fucking kill themselves.
Yeah, but people also just kind of
The
like
high notes have picked
be
up
more
the
receptive,
tempo.
bro. I feel like one thing I've realized being in here, like I'm used to the Discord, but
Someone
I've
is
also
going
been
to be
around
singing the
Discord, like,
blues
online
as the
and
high
like
notes
people a
steal
lot.
a
In Discord
cash
in
out.
general.
But will there
Yeah,
be
it's like
consequences?
I know it's rap and shit, but people have like fragile egos, and there's a lot of like toxic masculinity when it comes to certain shit, which I understand. Maybe it's rap and like you need to like
Just general
pride.
mental stability. Yeah, that's why I stopped doing music.
Yeah, it's just like shit like that, where it's just like, it'll just be humble about it, bro. People are gonna like, people say shit, but a lot of the time, take it from someone who's fucking been through a lot of shit, and I just kind of like, I'm not fucking
Some
revenge driven, or I
turbulence
don't
for
hold
the
a lot
jet
of resentment
setters.
towards
Only
shit.
one contestant standing.
Like shit, not worth it a lot of time. A lot of time, we let shit go and just put good energy out, bro. A lot of good things will come. I feel like shit don't usually be worth it to even like fucking be in your head too much about. The best way to progress is just fucking focusing on yourself.
The
and allowing
jet
yourself to
setters
know
are
that shit
leading the
really gets
way.
you, Which is
You
hard
heard
though.
me freestyle a lot, right?
Yeah.
And not as a way to like stroke my ego or be like, whatever.
No, no,
I'm
no.
doing. I did good. Like I did pretty good compared to most people I was in the cipher with most of the time, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That's because I was always like, oh, I'm not gonna let it affect me. I'm not gonna let it affect me constantly.
Mm-hmm.
But now that I stopped doing this music stuff and I see Instagram posts of people doing music and I unfollow producers, it's hard. It's hard to pull myself away from music as a temptation. But I'm doing it, and as I do it, I'm like, damn, these people did affect me, man.
Yeah, I mean, you can't let your
And
passion become an obsession, bro. Like, realistically speaking, everybody wants to make it big off music and shit like that, but just music is just like anything else, art related or anything else you pursue in your life. I feel like once you let something become like that, it bothers you, or it becomes a constant like how would I even put it? It's like when it becomes a constant like thing in your head that you're thinking about, and you're not using it as like maybe an escape from things you're going through, or as like a way to even like vent, bro. Because that's really like most people that do get famous, a lot of the time they start music just like venting. Not a lot of people go into the studio like hoping to get fucking famous.
yeah,
It's at the end of the day, it's art. You just gotta like. I feel like when it comes to shit like that, I may not be understanding exactly what you're saying. But I feel like when it comes to shit like that, you gotta just like do it for the love of it, bro. Fuck what anybody else thinks. A lot of the time, if you have like talent for this shit, and I'll tell you that shit from seeing it with my own eyes, regardless of like who you feel like you need to prove yourself to or shit affects you. A lot of the time, if you have talent, bro, and you put work in, and you genuinely like, you're doing it for the love of it, and you're just like, it's just like as if like music's your diary, and you're kind of just venting yourself. Talent is always gonna show itself, regardless if you try to hide it or not. It always like tends to shine, bro. You know what I mean? So
you want to know why I stopped doing music?
why?
Because of the way it makes you feel, because of the way it pulls you away from shit. Like,
No, yeah. It's an escape, but it's
You
almost
know
like
what I'm
too much
saying?
an escape. Yeah, exactly.
like my favorite cousin.
Mhm.
Music is like life for him.
Mhm.
He says it constantly as a joke, but he subliminally he means it. It's
Yeah.
a real issue he has. He's stuck in the matrix, bro. He every weekend he goes to those like he's big, like he got connections as well with DJs, and he knows
Mhm.
people. He goes to those, what do you call them, like the boiler rooms and the Miami parties and all that. He lives in Florida, right? He lives in Clearwater, but he goes to Miami to do all that shit.
Mhm.
And he takes those drives just to do those things. Like,
Mhm.
and he stands there in like 11 hours, 13 hours, 2 days, just listening to music,
Yeah.
bopping with some other people. He doesn't drink, right?
Mhm.
Or he used to drink on the low, but like he doesn't drink at all. We're Muslim,
Yeah.
but he chills with people that drink. He chills with people that he dances with everyone, the ones that do LSD.
Yeah.
So my point is, the reason I stopped doing music is because as much as I love it and as much as I'm good at it, but I reached a point where I was like, look, I'm good enough at this to either do one of the two things, to either take it as a profession, and I know damn well I could go somewhere with it,
Mhm.
or to just be like, nah. And the reason I'm like, nah, because I talked to this random ass Palestinian girl on Omegle
Mhm.
for like 2 days, 3 days.
Mhm. Mhm.
And she helped me decide. Like, she didn't change my mind. I thought about it out loud with her. I was like, I think this is haram, yeah, but I still love it. And she's
Mhm.
like, well, life's too short, man. Like,
Yeah.
what matters more is the afterlife.
Mhm.
And she said something I already knew, but it hit me, bro.
What?
Rather than having this girl be like all over me and be like, yeah, do what she loves, yeah, I love it, and lie to me, she gave it to me straight. And I was like,
Mhm.
that made me think. And
What
I
she said?
sat with myself a lot, and I was like, yeah, bro, music isn't what I want. Cause
That's
what?
good. That's good that you
Cause
think
if
like
I'm,
you should run out.
cause what do I want to be, bro? What do I want to
Mhm.
sign a label that's gonna have me turn into fucking Doja Cat?
Yeah.
Like, what do I want to do?
Mhm. I mean, if that's what you're thinking of it, like for instance, that's what I mean though. By like, yeah, sure, there's the afterlife, but you got to think about it too. By like, the meaning of there's really no meaning of life, bro. You're supposed to live it and live in the moment and live it now. Cause like, a lot of people tend to like be stuck in their heads thinking like they have to set up everything for their future and like what do they see themselves as. A lot of the time, a lot of people fuck themselves up like thinking about the past and the future when they should be focusing on the moment, really.
Yeah, on now, of
Yeah,
course.
but even then, like Not meaning like you should focus on it to the point where like you let your future collapse. You know, you should always have a backup plan for yourself. Because at the end of the day, as much as like music is an escape and it's a passion, bro, like there's still reality and there's still like the way you still gotta like support yourself. You still gotta like live. You still gotta do things that make you happy. But that's why you don't, you know, that's why you don't drown in like your passion, bro. That's why you don't make music everything. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because then like that's when it's everything tends to look
And
like shit. You know?
Even if, man, even if you make it off music and you stop doing like your 9 to 5 and you
Mhm.
go to concerts and shit, you have a kid now, right?
Mhm.
For example, or there, let's say it's a girl. Let's say she's half naked on TikTok dancing to some music. She'd be like, and you'll be like, "What are you doing?"
Mhm.
Her response is gonna be like, "You do this music. Why can I not dance to it?
Yeah.
You sing. Why can I not do what I want to do? I want to be a dancer.
Mhm.
Daddy could be an artist, but his daughter can't. What does that mean? You know?" Then if you think about that debate and that conversation, you'd be like, "God damn, she's right."
Nah, yeah, but that's what I mean. Though. It's about future stuff. That shit, like, I feel like things like that are things like you always have in your head and you're gonna overthink. But that also just comes with like natural shit people go
It's
through,
not
like fucking just
overthinking,
anxiety.
bro. If I work an honest job
Yeah.
and I grow up, my kids are actually gonna look up to it as be like, "Oh, dad went through the hustle. Dad came to the United States as a kid,
Mhm.
worked his ass off to be something.
Mhm.
He didn't just spawn in this bitch and be like, let me do whatever I want to do. He
Mhm.
thought about us."
Yeah, yeah,
Because
exactly.
I'm not telling the story, you know. Like, I get what you're saying. Like, not think about the future and overthink whatever. But it's not even overthinking. It's genuinely just thinking for yourself, bro. Think
Nah,
for
yeah, for
yourself.
sure.
You
But
know.
that's what I mean. Like, at the end of the day, you just gotta tell yourself what you think is gonna make you happy. You know, there's a lot of
Yeah.
things you go through in life, bro. And life is fast. Time never stops, and it's really easy to like get stumbled
Here
upon
we
shit or
go.
kind of do your own
The
life. That's what I mean by
retros.
like I get
The
exactly
big
what you're saying.
splash.
Like,
And
just
finally,
think of yourself and
the
stuff like
jet
that.
setters.
And that's why I just like
Let's go,
take everything
everybody.
at a step, bro. Like life is everything. So you gotta like really just take everything at like a moment's notice and take a lot of like the
Our
experiences
contestants
and
will
even like the
race
shit
to
people
riches
tell you
in
with like
quick
a grain of
cash.
salt.
The
But
first
at
to
the end
reach
of the
the
day,
cash
like
goal will claim
you
victory.
live your own life
Scotty,
and you
these
perceive
rules are
life with your
simple,
own
but
eyes.
things
and you
usually
kinda have
get
to,
complicated in
you
the
know what I mean?
arena.
You have to like to do shit the way you feel like is the best for you. And at the end of the day, like that's why it's always good to like be receptive towards it. Realistically, everybody like lives life differently, and
And the
everybody
ice has
has
been broken.
ways that they
Our
normalize
first
certain
elimination is in the
experiences and
books.
certain like
I
views
love
of
data.
things.
This is what it's
So you
all
don't tend to
about,
realize
partner.
that you do that until somebody like exactly what you said about the girl from Omegle. Until somebody like kind of points out something that makes you think outside the box, and you're just like, oh shit, you know, maybe it's not like
And-
this, or maybe it's not like this. You
And
know?
not to sound like an overthinker, bro, but I'll tell you this. I'm the type of person to, of course, take everything step by step, like you said, and that's how life works. You can't just wake up and be like, I want
Only one contestant
Yeah,
left for the
exactly.
retros.
Think of and die.
Hopefully they can revive teammates as well as they revive
even if
trends.
it's not routinish, you gotta at least start somewhere. You gotta start running. You gotta start walking.
Exactly. Baby steps lead to great strides.
Stop eating shit. Type it, right?
Mhm.
But I'm the type of person that,
Poison on
while taking stuff out, I like stop, right?
Mhm.
Look at it, stare. The door downstairs.
Yeah, that's
Checking it out. That door, like,
Flashy, flashy.
does that door have like water? Enough bottom of it? And to get that idea, you need to really,
Misfortune for the
really think with yourself. You need
team
to
wiped.
understand who you are. You need to do a lot of like conversations you don't want to do, and just sit there and not have no music playing, not have
The big
no
splash are all
no
fired up.
videos,
They've started our
TikTok,
first
Instagram,
cash out.
nothing. Just you.
Nah, yeah,
Do
it's like
that,
those
bro,
things.
these
The
days,
jet setters are back on the
Yeah.
scene.
it's hard.
Everything's being thrown in your face and you gotta
Everything's
swallow
pulled
up
towards you. Your notifications on your phone, everything is just, oh, check this video. Oh, and there you go. You're back on your track, back on the scene.
That's why you have to like take time for yourself, bro. And also that's why like people get the most anxiety at times. People all the time. That's the same thing you
The
say.
big
It's like
splash have jumped back in with
you
a
come to think
sensational
and like,
turnaround.
people tend to get the most anxiety when you're at night and you're about to fall asleep and you're in your own head. Like there's no phone, there's nothing. You're just being yourself, you know?
Retros have
Maybe you think
succumbed
about the day,
to
maybe you think about what you
multiple
might have to do.
eliminations. Only one member
I feel like that
remains.
used to give me anxiety. and nothing used to bother me because there's so many things to distract you, like you said, right? There's music, there's social media, there's a billion fucking memes to give you a like permanently destructive. So it's really easy to and like the wave, I guess, you know.
Hop on up.
That's why the people fucking in even if you want to say videos, you see those videos of rapping villages and Afro shit. Bruh, guess what? They don't got no air conditioning. They ain't got no special food like that for them. They ain't got no maid. But they do got the best life. Because I'd rather be ready to get thrown into a jungle. As a human instinct, I'd rather be ready to get thrown into a jungle than to be always not knowing how it feels like to at least visit the jungle.
Not yet. That's why, like, that's why you gotta like step out your comfort zone. Take from somebody where, like, I don't know if you know, I'm like 25. Like I said, I'm always been in my own like thing where I'm always on my computer, but it's not that like I'm just a homebody. I'm not really like anti-social or anything like that. But it's more so I'm always to myself. The type of person I am, the way I make connections, like most of my friends I have in my life, bro, I've had for a very long time. Because most of the people I bring into my life, like, if I fuck with you, I fuck with you. If I don't,
Yeah.
I try to be really receptive towards how people act, and like I'm never gonna be the type of person. So that's how I tend to like do a lot of shit, and I feel like I recently kind of changed. I used to think, I guess, the way you're saying too, and I was always just kind of like in my own bubble with certain shit like that. Until I feel like one of my friends kind of just, they would bring me out to like almost like that music thing you said. They would bring me out to concerts, or maybe even like make me second guess or think about certain things that maybe before I didn't really think about, or I'd be like, nah, it's not even that deep. That shit corny. Or I'll be like, bro, nah, like. Maybe it's something with my feeling, maybe something with my emotions, my goals, like the way I perceive certain shit.
Splash are jumping in, unlocking.
And that shit really made me kind of like step out my bubble and like kind of stop normalizing certain ways of like the way I think, and also kind of just like, granted though, that's the issue with constantly, I guess, growing mentally and trying to like talk to other people, because ignorance is bliss is a fucking real ass quote, bro. Ignorance really is bliss. The more
I'll tell
you know,
you this, man. You need something to change your perspective about not just music, about videos, about socializing, about anything like that. How many, not of your friends, any friends, how many friends
fondly on the play.
of how much concerts, music, events that have like drinking, getting intoxicated, whatever, having quote unquote fun, right? Compared
The
to how
retros
many
have
friends are like,
respawned. Let's see how they bounce back.
yo, bro, let's go. Let's talk about some real shit like we're talking about right now.
oh no, that's what I mean though. That's like
you got a
you have
problem.
to pick and choose. You know what I mean? Because at the same
You know
time,
what I'm saying? Let's go.
I know
pray.
exactly what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about. That's why, like I said, I try to surround myself with people that understand both. Because at the same time, bro, I've taken every fucking drug under the sun except for probably like crack and heroin. But I've also like that's why I said shit like ignorance is bliss. Because the friends I've met that have also taken me to that, they've also like taught me a lot of moderation, and have taught me how like the things I do to my body, like maybe in my head I normalize certain shit because people around me do it, but the things I do to my body aren't great. You know? Like if I'm taking fucking, I don't fucking know, like ecstasy or some shit, and in my head, because I feel like a lot of drugs and like things like that, it's a lot of your perception, even though some shit like things like Xanax and Percocets, withdrawals physically affect you, like you feel like physical pain, but things like, for instance, like ecstasy, which I used to do a lot, the shit that it fucks with you is that it fucks with your chemical imbalance in your head. So like your serotonin in your brain, like, you know, your serotonin is like the function that quite literally like makes you feel happy about the things you do. So if I like, and because for a really long time, because I did a lot of things on ecstasy, I wouldn't get that same fun. So for me, for instance, like, sounds kind of like it sounds kind of depressing, but really isn't. I'm not really like on some fucking sad bullshit. It's like, for instance, I used to play a lot of games when I like I said, I'm a computer person, so I'm always on my computer. I used to play a lot of games. I used to play a lot of games while on ecstasy. That's one of the reasons I do a lot of music, is because even though I've been off it for a long time, because I was on it for such long periods of time, my serotonin literally in my brain, I feel no like satisfaction, like you know that feeling you get when like maybe when you were younger.
No.
Yeah, literally. that feeling you get when maybe a new game was coming out, or maybe you had a new game at home and you're coming home from school and you're like happy about it. I literally like mentally can't feel that. Yeah, it's like one of those things, but I never really let it get to me, and that's what I mean by like, before I didn't really think about shit like that, but I was around friends where they would tell me like, yo, bro, you do realize that shit like this affects you like this and this and this, and you have to realize that you think it's okay because you normalize it with the people around you, but it's not as simple as that, you know? You have to
I
like,
had to leave a lot of toxic people behind in order to stop doing most of the drugs I was doing.
yeah, because at the end of the day, that's what you have to realize. I feel like as you get older, if you really, that's why a lot of people tend to like, maybe as they get older, have fewer friends, or they say like, you know, older people don't have many friends and shit like that. It's because as you tend to get older, you start to realize and make boundaries for yourself. You know what I mean? You
A lot of people
like,
are
not,
really immature as well. They just never really grow up, you know? Or they
Yeah, but that's
peak
why I
and
don't-
They don't want to come down, you know?
I like
It's just
everything
gonna
that's
be
being
like that.
said, and I agree that. I mean, some people like my old friends. I have to kind of like go back to like my old gaming days because they're still in that gaming days, still in the like. I'm 25 too, so, and my friends older and younger, but they're like, I don't know, they got this pack going on like bitches, you know, they're like really anti bitches right now.
No, like, you know, there's a lot of
That's another thing a lot
toxic
of people
shit
have.
going around about double standards, but the reality of the situation is people just need to be people, and the more people are real with other people about their needs, and they're real with themselves about their needs and what they actually need or want out of life, or what they can actually obtain
Yeah, bro, most of my
realistically,
friends that say
right?
that, yeah, it's so weird.
It's-
Whenever I hear people
it's
say that about,
hard.
like bitches, yeah, it's hard. But I feel like most of my friends, I know exactly what you're talking about, dude. Because I used to have friends that like I have a lot of friends from different friend groups, bro. Like realistically speaking, I'm a very open person. I always like,
Yeah.
I never
you
judge.
seem like it. You seem chill.
Yeah. So like, I've had friends who are just like that, bro. They're like, yo, Brad, fuck the hoes, like yada yada yada. But they're the same friends that the first girl that gives them attention, if they go too deep into the conversation, they're gonna fall in love.
Uh-huh.
You know what I
It's
mean?
because
Yes,
they're hungry. That they're mad because they fucked up and people left them, or they did something and they had to do it, you know, right? And then they get in these situations where they feel like slighted constantly, but they're still thirsty
It's kinda
for
ironic,
love.
bro, 'cause I tell
You
these people all
know?
the time, that shit is like almost the opposite because of what happened. Because like what I said before, I've lost like quite literally 150 pounds in almost a year, and I'm not that
Yeah.
type of person. I'm not really superficial. Like I don't have little body transformation photos. I don't have
Right,
like every
right.
month I'm losing weight. I literally just kind of like I was in my own little bubble. I would just the type of person where I'm fine, comfortable being on my own and like doing my own thing. So I would just kind of like succeed in
I feel
silence, I guess
you.
you could say.
I
So
feel you.
one of the shits, speaking of that whole thing with the woman, one of the shits that affected me mentally the most, which is it's almost like flip, is that coming to the realization that looks do matter. Because I lost a lot of weight.
They
I grew
do.
my hair out long. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, bro. Like even I work at T-Mobile, by the way. So I'm constantly like social. Like I have to constantly talk with people. Like it's not
Looks
even like a casual
matter
job.
in every aspect of life,
And that shit really,
it's
like, shit like
unfortunate,
that.
but it's true.
It very
Speak-
affected me a lot, bro. Because I was like, damn, like now I feel like I talk to women and I see them with like the fuck me eye. Not even on some bragging shit, on some shit where like
Yeah,
it fucked
yeah.
up my head. Because when I was like bigger, maybe, and like maybe not less women were attracted to me, I had like that same mindset where I was like, nah, fuck bitches. I'm not trying to like fucking have anybody like fuck be in a relationship or anything. But it's almost like the facade you make for yourself because you don't want to like feel hurt. You know what I mean?
I mean, you can say, right, like, trying is not automatically going to get you laid, right? And looking good, you can't expect it to get you laid. You can't expect, right? It's consent matters. So if you have expectations, and those expectations don't get met, you're going to be upset, right? So you have to realize, like, you can do all of the right things, but that doesn't equal what you want. You know what I mean? It equals more opportunity for what you want.
Welcome to Quick Cash. Our contestants will need to gather the cash faster than the rest. If they hit the goal first, they can bask in glory.
Good friends
Scotty's
around, so
called it. Time
be
to see
careful
who
with
has the
you
speed and
think
the strategy.
best of the friends.
Nah, yeah, that's
That
what I tell
sound
people all
like-
the time, bro. I'm trying to,
what?
like, I fucking like say to someone who like, man, I've never like that had had like a few of my friends pass away on me recently. I've had a big change of mindset in terms of like perception. Yeah, it is what it is. But I've had a big perception change in terms of like who I want to keep around me, how much I make myself accepted. I'm the type of person, bro, like on some real shit, I really like check up on my friends. I'm the type of like constantly like on some, I don't really need anything from you. I'll rather hit you up, yo, you Gucci, like that.
Adversity for the retro.
That's all, you know?
They won't be feeling nostalgic about that anytime soon.
Yeah, so I feel like a lot. But it's like this whole shit with friends. I feel like as you get older, you're starting to see the difference, and that's who you'll keep around. And usually, that's what I tell people. If you carry yourself like a genuine person, bro, if you always keep it a buck, it doesn't fucking matter what you do. It doesn't matter what you think. Like, oh, maybe they'll think I'm weird because I do this. Unless it's like genuinely like weird shit, obviously, you know.
That's my experience in activity. Keep it a buck, and you got respect with boundaries. Then basically, you could do most of the shit. I mean, with people and shit, you could you know who to trust, bro.
Yeah, you get the gist of it. And as you get older, bro, I mean, honestly, it starts to get harder, the friends you keep around you, but real shit, people are always going to treat you how you treat yourself, if I'm being completely honest, bro.
Yeah.
That's what they say too all the time. Like, there's that saying, nice guys finish last. The reason nice guys finish last is because nice guys are nice without boundaries. Being kind is being, like, doing nice things, but realizing that you're a person and, like, you also deserve shit back.
It's the whole life jacket thing.
Yeah,
it's a real thing. People will
not
but
unconditional tolerance.
Yeah, and this is the other thing, right? Is these nice guys are being nice because usually they want something. And being nice because you want something in return is always going to make you, not always, but most of the time is going to make you upset because most of the time you're not going to get what you want, right? You're going to deal with the fact that you just gave and gave and gave, and then they took and took and took and took. So but like being jaded doesn't help you either, right? And it's like people flip-flop,
but
right?
But regarding the whole like choosing friends thing, I genuinely, if we're talking about me personally, I genuinely don't get affected off of the friends because I also came from a past where I used to love people more than I loved myself.
Fact.
And I used to care for people more than I cared for me. And that always had me hitting a wall, brick wall after brick wall. But then I'd shove it off with all the bruises on my face. I'd fucking clean it off and be like, yeah, I'm good. I wasn't good, my guy. Until I reached the point where I broke down, right? While I was down, while I was broken, I was like, okay, what are we gonna do? We're just gonna keep on crying about it like a bitch. Some manly instincts hit me, bro, and made me start turning into the thinker. Shit had me turn into the philosophy thinker, Nick. And then I started thinking, I was like,
but that's why I tell people all the time. Like,
I was like, nah, bro, none of these people are right here thinking with me. None of these people are right here crying with me. None of these people are telling me to drink water, telling me to take a shit, telling me the basics, telling me to study, telling me to, even my own family, even my own mom and dad. They be telling me, but at the end of the day, they gotta go breathe. They gotta go drink. They gotta go eat. They gotta go take care of themselves. Even the closest of people. So that's what made me have a better relationship with myself, and that's how I realized who I was.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta have, like, your biggest priority should always be yourself, bro. Shit. That doesn't mean you, like, fucking disconcern yourself with others, but at the same time, I always tell myself, people can only mentally meet you where they've met themselves, bro. So I never really, like, it's hard to, like, not hold resentment towards shit when people do you dirty, but at the same time, I feel like a lot of the time when I don't, and I've seen it happen again and again, a lot of the time when I don't, or I don't try to, like, fucking exact revenge or try to be petty or some shit, I just win in the end, bro. You know what I mean? It's one of those things where, like, over time, like, time will really tell, bro. Time always tells. As long as you succeed in silence, a lot of the time when you brag about something or boast about it, it brings it down. So whenever you just succeed in silence and do your own thing, it'll always shine. And a lot of times, if people are on their petty shit, it feels extra good to kind of just, like, shit on them, knowing you.
Yeah.
But can I say something regarding that present yourself part of the conversation we were talking about when you guys said how you look, how you are?
Yeah.
I be pulling some stuff, like, I just don't mention them to help to a lot. This is a lot, right? Because if I tell someone, oh, I'll stop doing music, or I'll stop drinking, stop smoking, and they know I'm Muslim, it's different than when they don't. Why? Because when they know, they're like,
they think it's about bias.
They think it's about bias. They're like, oh, just because he's Muslim, he stopped doing music.
He's a hater.
So he could, So
Yeah.
because his ass is probably on some brainwash type shit. They be
Yeah.
thinking that way.
I
And
feel
I'm like,
you though.
it's deeper than that, bro. Because I genuinely
Yeah.
be telling people about my experiences and advice in intention to have them helped. But if they look at it that way, they're never gonna be helped. That's why I be like, they're like, "What's your religion?" I'm like, "Why?" Not on some offensive shit, but I'm like, "Yeah, like, what? Well, why does it matter?" Like,
Yeah. But that's why a lot of people don't have an
It's-
open mind, bro. A lot of people have a
it's like-
closed mindedness, and they.
I usually talk to I'll talk to people about drug addiction and shit, right? Sometimes if I see a teenager who I see is going down the wrong path, I'll be talking to them with some shit, and I'm like, don't do that shit. Like weed's not gonna fix your problems. It's great for a moment, but weed culture is dumb and it's gonna slow you down. I'm a stoner to fucking life, but I can say at least that now at this point in my life I'm looking to smoke less because I know even though it helps with my mania and other stuff, it's slowing me down. It's preventing me from changing my patterns, in a way that's unhealthy. And it may not be the same for somebody else, but in the
but you
same
never
way. In the same way, right? People going, oh, because 9 out of 10 people are okay, that means I'm gonna be okay, right? And that's the thing is like you may even just meet the wrong people who get you into alcoholism or fucking doing dabs every day or going to work on 255, shit like that because it's like.
Yeah.
It's about the people you're around, right? Because you can smoke weed by yourself once a week and be perfectly fine, right? But if you go in and you're hanging out with people, 30 people, 20 people, all drinking, passing the bottle around, passing the J around, sharing all of it, it feels communal. You get into the habit, you start doing it at home, and it's like a daily thing, right? And you don't realize it. It's a slow fucking crawl to addiction.
Of course, bro. Yeah. It's all fun and games until fucking you're.
And I try to tell people this, and they're like, weed's not addictive. No, but it's seriously habit forming. And even back in India, and I know ancient fucking medicine isn't exactly the best fucking option, but even back then, they're like, it blocks your psyche. It's not, they had a name for it. And they're like, it's not good for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've been smoking regularly for fucking literally 7. I actually really need a tea break because I even buy
I'm on
high-grade
20
weed.
years, bro.
Yeah, literally.
You know what I'm saying?
I'll buy high grade strains. And
That's
I still
crazy,
won't
bro.
do
20
weed.
years is my age, bro. That's
It's
crazy.
a long time.
Yeah,
to be
I'm 25. I've been smoking every day since
Non-stop,
I was
every
like,
day.
yeah, since I was maybe 17, and that's
Right.
a lot of
That's
money.
me too, man.
Yeah, literally. So that's what I tell people all the time. They'll be like, weed is not addicting. Like, bro, anything can be addicting. Being negative can be addicting. You know what I mean?
Being physically addictive and being mentally
God.
addicting is only different if you have the mental powers of a fucking Gandhi, bro. You know what I'm saying? You need to be so self-aware in yourself and self-sure that you can just say no tomorrow. And people think because they do it for a week or two that makes it, they can do it for life. But you keep doing it repetitively, it starts getting your system more, and because the half-life is so long, you don't really have the time to get it to your system. If you do it once a week, you're still consistently with THC in you.
I don't want to sound like I'm shitting on you guys or anything, but I never drank and never smoked. And never
No, good for you. Good.
That's good,
and that
bro.
comes from
Stick
remember
with
when I
it.
said that-
Don't stop.
Remember when I said the antisocial part?
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the benefits. Because
Nah, yeah. See,
on my
For me-
own, I never was pulled. As a kid, I never was pulled into that.
it's
I
almost
never
different for me
was
because
in the
I'm
group.
also, yeah. For me, I'm the type of person where like I said, I'm social in school and shit like that. But when it comes to me going home, I always kind of used to be on my computer and shit, and I never was with going out. So, ironically enough, I'm like the friend that my friend goes to whenever they want to do psychedelics and they don't want to have a super bad trip, because I've done a lot of shit by myself in my room. So whenever I feel like I'm tweaking out or whenever I feel like shit's going crazy, I've always been able to check myself and I'm like, okay, I'm on drugs. This is what they do. Or I'll be with other people and they'll tell me no, don't do that, bro, because I fucking hung out with this person and they fucking bugged out or some other shit happened, and I'm like, bro, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Most of the things I do are literally in my room. And that's another reason why weed
But
has
you
always been hard
don't
for me,
know
though.
how it's going to affect them, right? In the
Yeah,
end,
exactly.
Right? And that's the hardest part because I can be like, I had a great time on DMT, but I got arrested on shrooms, right?
Yeah.
But like for some other person, shrooms are the only thing that's safe for them. You know what I'm saying?
Can I ask y'all something honestly? Can y'all answer this honestly? Did you
Yeah.
ever put someone on doing something?
No.
What do you mean?
Not unless
Like
they
giving him a
asked.
pack to flip.
Like
Oh
they're
no
like,
no. I mean, the thing is with me, I've always been around like a lot of fucking like dealers and shit. Like most of my friends from high school are dealers, and like
I'm saying
kind of
anything.
ironic.
Like, did anyone was like, oh, can I try weed? And you're like, yeah, sure, here you go.
Oh, bro. you're
I
talking about-
always
Oh,
went.
yeah.
That's why I said not unless they asked, right? Because for me, I'm like, I'm not gonna be like, here, have some. My first question is, do you smoke? And if they say no, I'm like, do you really want to smoke? Like, do you want like I won't say do you want to smoke, right? If they say no, but like if they ask me, right, I'll try once. I don't suggest it, right? And that's my thing.
Bro, my
I had a
own
mentor
mom,
growing up,
my
and
I
I
always hit
wanted
him
to
with- yeah, I
smoke,
always hit him with
and
the,
he
"Are you
wouldn't
sure?"
let me. Yeah.
Hey, I always hit him
You
with
guys
the,
say, "Are you sure?" You know,
Yeah.
because the thing is, they may feel obligated because you're smoking, and you have to give them the out that they might need, right? Because
always say-
if
yeah, I
you
always tell people
respect
all the time,
somebody,
bro.
respect
I
their
say it all the time.
sobriety. You know what I'm saying?
Always, bro. I always tell people like, oh, you smoke? No, that's fine. I'll get high for the both of us. Literally.
Y'all
Yep.
know, it's like the Muslim parents, Muslim mom, right? She does hookah, right? Like Arab hookah. So it's a thing they do like here and there. Whatever. Mom used to cut. She stopped doing cigarettes, thank God. But like, while she's on that once, I was like, jokingly, I was like, yo, mom, I'm trying this. I want to try it. She doesn't react.
Love you.
I'm like, Mom, I'm gonna try it. She's like, okay, try it. And it wasn't like a reverse psychology thing where it's like she's saying that's what I want. She genuinely said, for sure, try it. And yeah, another time she's like, you wanna try it? Try it, sure.
If you
Well,
tell
it
kids
wasn't
not
even like-
to do something, they'll do it. And you know, it's like
No, it wasn't even that. I'll tell you, it wasn't even that. It's because the reason my mom said that is because she genuinely knows I'm smart. And that's what she was like. Sure, do whatever. She knows I'm not gonna do it anyway. And when she's like, yeah, try whatever. And she told me to do it. Normally she takes it to her mom. And she's like, no, don't. She's open-minded like that where she knows that the repercussions and how I am. The fuck? Why do you find good shit in it, you know? Why should I blow smoke? And that's what everyone does when they first try. And then they like, I get shit, but I do miss the feeling. And they
It's
get
like
back
drinking,
on.
yeah. Like
Yeah.
everybody tries drinking for the first time. They're like, how the fuck do people drink? And then you get like, I feel like the first time anybody gets super fucked up and blacked out and they throw up, they're like, I'm never drinking again. And then what
And then-
happens? You drink again.
2 days.
ooh,
2 days later.
I think I'm gonna
I'm
turn
ready on that.
Yeah, that's why it's all about moderation. I mean, being like receptive, bro, because people are easy to say no. Like, that's why, like I said, keeping those type of people around you who like aren't sensitive to like feedback and being like, yo, bro, you're bugging. Like, one of the reasons I don't drink, but one of the reasons why I could drink so much and I always knew I'd be fine is because, for one, my friends smoked a shit ton, and when I used to be like super drunk, I'm not the type of person to be very belligerent. So even if I'm blackout drunk and I'm fucking doing the most, if my friends are like, yo, bro, you're on one, relax, I'll be like, oh, I bet. You know? I just like
Yeah,
that.
that's nice. That's nice. I feel like that's a genetic type of thing, the way you deal with all that, man.
It just means we'll have to clean up again.
Nah, yeah, maybe because I like
Because-
I do a lot of shit by myself, so I've never had like.
My family, my culture, we always talk about how we're Native American and then basically alcohol is introduced to us like 500 years ago. And then like everybody else had it like thousands of years. And then now, so our bodies, because a majority of Native is like reacts more addictively, more bad to alcohol.
Yeah, that's how I was too. Like I said, it was like addictive, but I'm also like I said, I'm the type of person where like. That's why I don't mind doing everything else aside from alcohol, because regardless if I'm on shrooms, fucking DMT,
Alcohol is kind of hard to handle.
Yeah, always, always. And it's also just like, I don't know, There's also a
so
thing where
socially acceptable. People don't realize.
yeah, and me being Spanish, bro, like I'm Dominican, like people are fucking alcoholics. Like I like it would be those things where I try to stop drinking, and my parents would be like, "Yo, you want a bottle of Jack? Oh, you want this? You want you like literally, bro? Like it's that bad."
Yeah, and it's so unhealthy for someone who's trying not to be like that. Because me and I tell you, I got one friend who I talk to, who I've been talking to since I got rid of all those people, and every time I go there, even if I ask for beer, he goes no. You know what I'm saying? And like not like I'm doing better than I used to, right? So I don't really ask anymore. But like, you know, he even respects that like I don't go to the liquor store for him. You know what I'm saying? And like things like that, right? And it's like good, you know, it's very few people though who get it, you know what I'm saying? But we've had people die of heroin overdose and all sorts of things, you know. So.
Yeah, that's why it's good to be a friend. Like you gotta just ask people. But that's why I'm not lying. I'm just the type of person where like I just try to appreciate people. So I literally just fucking, I just tend to like, I don't know, bro. You just gotta ask people how they're doing. You know, you never fucking know. Like I have, like I said, I don't think like I think I told you, Mr. Clean, I'm up in like Super Bowl one day when we were in the call. I've had a friend who literally like this kid was fucking regular. Like he'd smoke with us, like he'd do whatever, and it was always cool. Like that's we all thought for a while that was all he was doing. Like he would just smoke with us, we'd be chill, like no issue for a long time. We fucking played Fortnite with him, like it was good vibes. And then literally one day we're chilling in my house and like he goes to use the bathroom, and we just hear a thump. And I guess this dude was doing like coke for a while, but he was getting it from his dad and his uncle. Whatever he got was like fentanyl, yeah, and he like overdosed in my bathroom. That shit fucking was like, whoa. Yeah. So it's one of those things where like, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, man, shit. But like, the definitely like you gotta kind of just like, you know, kind of ask people like, what they're good, or like, how are you? My friends hate me for that shit. And I'm like, that person will be walking, and I'm like, yo, that's how you been doing, bro. He's like, don't start. I'm like, what do you mean? I'm just asking how you're doing. You gotta be with people, though, bro. 'Cause, like, a lot of people, like, with the way society is, with the way the internet is, with the way we see some social media, we're not really raised to feel like it's okay to fucking, like, be sad or have feelings about shit, or like, even like kind of like seep in your own sadness and be like, damn, bro, I really been through some shit, and like, it's okay if I want to cry about it. It's okay if I want to fucking scream at the top of my lungs. We're not really taught shit like that, you know?
Yeah. I listen at my aunt's funeral, and this shit was fucked. I cried when I went up to the top because she killed herself, and I've been through that kind of shit, right? And she taught me to paint. Like she was one of the greatest people who like got me when I was younger. And you know what my family said to me? I didn't know you cried.
Nah, yeah, that's how it is, bro.
That's all they said. Nothing else.
Yeah. Yep. That's how my family too, though. Because honestly, like, you don't really realize like, when it comes to death, like how close you are to someone till they're gone, bro. Shit.
Yeah. It's and like I was really close to them. Everyone knew I was close to them. So the fact that they were surprised at that too, right? It's just, it's so toxic. Just the.
Oh, you felt toxicity from that? Yeah.
No, because like people be. I have mental health issues, right? Factually. They think I'm some sort of sociopathic, like, murderer who wants to beat people because I got arrested a few times for assault, and like I've had about a bunch of fights in my life, right? And I have a, you know, right? Like I have shit, but it doesn't
take away from you as a person, like.
Yeah, because I care about people. If I was such a bad person, I wouldn't have my partner for fucking 5 years, right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Like,
sometimes
I love you, by the way, babe. But like, you know, that's the real shit where it's like, if I'm really such a bad person, I can't even feel emotion towards someone who I love just dying and killing themselves, especially when I've tried to kill myself multiple times.
Yeah, exactly. So
right? The fact that they think I would not cry is just fucking gross. It sounds like it's like,
bro.
I hate the word toxic, but it's like this expectation of someone who presents masculine just not feeling shit. How do you expect people to live like that, bro?
Yeah, bro.
That's why male suicide rates are so fucking high.
I had to realize that recently my family ain't there to help me to hear their emotions. like fuck if they can help. I don't think. I mean, like, I mean, they help me all the time every day. It's just you know,
different.
when it comes
Yeah.
to like toxicity, I feel that from everybody.
Okay, yeah, because it's what I tell you, bro. People don't really mentally make you really meet them.
Remember when I told you about my cousin, bro? I said my cousin is the one that, like, humorously admits he's stuck in the Matrix.
Yeah.
He was telling me when we were talking about what profession I could be whenever growing up. We were talking about how I could definitely be there. Multiple times. And one of the times we talked about it was that yeah, you could be there because you like talking about people. And when he said that, bro, I was like, why is this quote unquote deep shit? Let me get deep, okay? Let me get okay.
Bro, yeah, shit is weird.
Oh, he's about to preach now. Oh no.
It's the
Nigga,
short
you're not my
attention
therapist.
spans,
Shut up.
Because they can't handle it. They can't. Yeah. They, you know, they're probably dealing with their own shit all the time in their head, and because they don't know how to really deal with it properly, it affects them so much that whenever they hear about anybody else's shit, it like puts them in panic mode. It's fight or flight, right? So that instead of like taking it seriously, it's a big joke. Why are you so deep? Oh, it's not that deep, right? It's like that's the shit people say because they don't. They wanna. If it's big for you, it should be big for them. So they have to make it seem small, right?
It's because people can put themselves in your shoes, but they can't put you in your shoes. If that makes sense.
Yep.
You know
That's why family, moms, cousins, dads. That's why they're always the ones that piss you off the most because they be the realest towards you, and sometimes real, no filter, letting you know how it is. It pisses you off hard.
Not
That's
yet.
why you're like,
That's what it is,
your
though.
mom, you're like, as a kid, you're like, you don't know
Especially
nothing.
when you're concerned, too. That
Yeah,
makes you
you
even
don't know
more mad.
shit. Fuck you.
Yeah,
Grow
but
up
that's why,
and you're
like, yeah,
damn,
bro.
You're right.
Yeah, exactly. But that's why it's like that's why a lot of kids like are fucking rebellious and shit like that too, though. Because regardless, the truth could be the truth, but the truth said ugly is always gonna come out wrong. You know what I mean?
And sometimes the truth isn't necessary, right? Like, if your kid wants to be a lawyer, you should be happy for them. That's a good job, right? And even if your kid has issues with learning, it doesn't mean you shouldn't support them being a lawyer, because if you give them all the help and support they need in doing that and achieving that goal, right? Regardless of like whatever issues they have, right? You should want that for them. And if you give them the support they need, maybe they'll overcome that shit and they'll be better, you know? And it's like I'll see people, you know, get treated because they have mental health issues like they can't achieve anything. I've seen hundreds of people. I used to go to special education schools full of people who were treated like they were going to work at a grocery store for the rest of their life. But it's not like that for everybody. I was smart enough to get away with a lot of shit, and if people had given me a chance and taught me in the way that I need, instead of listening to somebody who don't know shit, I would have gone pretty far, you know? I had aspirations, man. Shit got sucked out of me by the system and the people around me. Because they say, oh, well, you got dyslexia? Yo, you're nothing. You got fucking, you know, whatever, you're nothing, right? And it's like, fucking, they want you to be bad. It's fucking frustrating, bro, you know?
No, that's why I am though, bro. Like,
I want to be an entrepreneur. The one thing I had was selling weed for years. You know, like, it's how it goes.
Hey, you gotta get how you live, but that's why I saw at the same time, bro. They like, it's almost like because they make your mentality make you feel like you're boxed in. You always normalize that in a way. It's not really like that. That's why you gotta just fucking take shit at a glance. I think
It's
everything.
like prison, right? It's like jail and prison, right? Where it's like, you know, people constantly treat you like when you get out, the first thing you're gonna do is get back in. Then what are you gonna do? You're gonna get back in, you know?
Nah, yeah.
And it's like,
I'd say about that with you to finish it. I don't want to the mental problems, even fucking the ones that are actually like, a doctor actually told you like, yo, this is a problem you have, right? Even those, bro, I still feel like they're excuses, right? Because look at it years ago, right?
Yeah.
Years.
Mm-hmm.
Where there weren't no therapists, there weren't no, it was just no music to listen to or relate to. No, look at it like, I'm saying years, I'm saying like caveman type shit.
So I'm gonna say
At that
everything
time,
is on the spectrum. Everything is on the
at
spectrum.
at that time, if you're dealing with some shit, right? Because your parents died, or you don't got
Yeah.
no food to eat, or
Yeah.
you can't find no animal to hunt. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
At that time, if you do got problems like that, what do you gotta do? What are you? Are you not gonna wake up the next day to go hunt? And get
That's
food?
yeah.
Okay, but like,
Like, back
we
then,
don't
they
live in
used to
those
do, like,
times, man.
No,
I'm
Do you
not
like your
saying- I'm
phone?
saying,
You know?
what's the difference
What if you didn't have your
between you and that
phone?
person?
How would you communicate? Would you just walk next door?
Nah, I think that's a
Like-
difference. Like, like, nah, back then, like, well, I get what you're saying. It's not really you used to be an excuse, but that's why, like, back then there used to be things like such huge superstitious shit. Somebody used to go fucking crazy or be dealing with shit. They used to be like, he's possessed by a demon.
Like they're a
fucking
witch.
demon.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally, they're a witch. Like, fucking
They'd
let's
be put to death, right? And it's like mental health. There are people who have depression and can live out their lives and do work and enjoy a healthy life. And there are people who have such severe mental health issues that it's very hard for them to operate within the system that's been created. And right now, I know this sounds fucking meme-ish, but we live in a society, and we live by a societal contract and standards we expect from people, and those standards are arbitrary and placed on people because they're the best way to get people to work and function as a group. But people who cannot abide within that system because of whatever mental health situation they have need to be taken care of, because the only reason they can't work within the system is because the system wasn't made for them. But that doesn't mean these people should starve with it. And there are people who can do that and then later overcome those things, or gain, status within the system, right? But it doesn't necessarily mean that that is obtainable for everybody. In the same way that not everyone who starts a business is going to succeed, but not everyone who starts a business has the ability to run a business, right? Even if you think,
The reason I,
You know?
the reason I brought it up is because, especially again as a man, you're supposed to take full accountability for everything. At least that's how I think. Everything that you are in control of, you aren't. Because if you just don't do that, it's like the other way around, the 180 degrees of that, it's just something you don't want to see. Trust me.
No,
if
but that's
you,
what I
if
mean,
you
though.
feel if you feel depressed, you feel like shit. Personally, I feel depressed if I feel like shit. If I give up, if everyone keeps me the way it is, if I give myself, I'm not gonna even if my mom was a crack addict, even if my dad was a killer, and if my
you
uncle
making a choice to kill yourself is always your choice, but it
Yeah,
does
I'm saying
not
it's on me.
negate how people treat you and whether or not how they treat you is right or abusive.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, it's really just like life experiences. Because everybody,
Yeah.
how you will react to something and how your mind works, it doesn't really. I feel like regardless if you're a guy or a girl, because of, like,
All
the way
choices in
society
that
is,
situation are wrong. Is basically
Yeah,
what
like-
it is.
and at the same time, like I said, it's like how life experiences are. Like that's what I meant before by like when I meant I feel like I normalize a lot of shit. It's like exactly what you're saying, in the sense of like I felt like because I was a guy and being like just how it is in my culture, being Spanish, like we just supposed to tank everything. That's what I call it. You tank life. Like it doesn't matter what you go through. It doesn't matter what the fuck you're going through. You're the man of the house. You're supposed to like hold it down, however it may be. But that's not. That's almost like a fucking facade that society paints for you, and depending on your culture that it paints for you, and that's how a lot of people tend to fucking like. They're just never happy. You're living
I-
for your end almost. You know what I mean?
I-
You're
I
living for
can't-
like
It's,
the
it's
afterlife.
the same
I
thing
came-
going
I
back
came
to
up
the
with
Life
this
Fest,
conclusion.
right?
I came up with this conclusion in my head
Uh-huh.
off of my experience and off of what I went through. It's not
And-
society. It's not No one told me this. I didn't hear no one talk about this. This is genuinely how I think about it, because if I don't think about it this way, especially as an extremist myself, I'm definitely offing myself, bro. Because then I'm always gonna be like, oh, they treat me this way because I'm like that.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
if they
That's
treat
like,
me
yeah.
better. No, bro.
Well,
people
so
are gonna hate. even if
I'm
you
just
do
gonna
the
have to
best thing.
say, realistically, we're gonna have to disagree, and I understand how you've come to where you're at, and that's acceptable for your life, because we all, again, are living different lives with different brains and different bodies, needing and
Which
requiring
part do you
different
disagree
things.
with?
All of it. Well, not all of it, but I don't really remember everything you said perfectly, so I can't. I don't feel
course,
comfortable responding back to you. All I can say is we're gonna have to disagree on this one, and I don't really feel like continuing down the road with this conversation.
I feel like I can like agree to disagree at the same time, but
Yeah,
it's,
so
it's all life
Why do
experiences.
why do you not feel like talking?
It's
I don't
okay.
understand.
We're leaving it. All right.
Yeah, just don't want to talk about it. Yeah, it's
Have you
but
played
then again,
Apex?
Yeah.
It's a good game. Do you like specific characters?
No, I'm more weirded out on why you just ended a conversation, bro.
Because I care about myself. I don't want to. I don't have the energy. You clearly have a different perspective, and whatever I say isn't going to change your perspective. So I don't want to expend more energy on talking about it.
I didn't know we were trying to change each other's perspectives. Well,
I don't want
if
to.
you-
Then why are we?
if
Why are
you-
we talking about it?
If you got a perspective I don't understand, I'm happy to hear it, my guy.
Okay, and you had your perspective, right? And you said your perspective, and I said mine, and so we're done.
I didn't get yours though. I didn't get how it doesn't go with mine.
All right. Well, I appreciate you, but I'm done. So, anyways,
Oh, I understand. Like I said before, it's just like I said before. It's I agree to disagree. And like I said, everybody has like different points of views, and I feel like it's just all experiences. And I feel like like you said before, son, that's the conclusion you've come to. And it's just like everybody's
I
different.
disconnected him. He's gone. I disconnected him twice. He came back in. I don't want to. I don't want like He just wants to continue, and I don't want to continue. I've been done. I'm streaming right now. Shouldn't even really be talking about the S word.
Yeah.
And I gave him his time to say what he thought, and he said what he thought, and I don't agree with it, and cool, you know. Like, I don't know what he wants from me, but I'm moving on, you know. So
Understandable. Fucking.
Anyways,
I've been trying to get a bunch of oil out this cart that stopped working for some time, like a crackhead.
oh, that sucks. That's a lot of work, scraping that shit.
Yeah, bro. I'm using a fucking toothpick.
Well, you got some feedback going in. What flavor?
One second. It's purple. One second. I gotta fucking-
It's purple. What flavor is purple? I guess grape. Maybe grape. I usually every day, at least one. Every day, play at least. So much better.
Need to really like. Here, let me restart. I'll be right back.
Oh, I need water,
Yo, Stella, how you doing? Where she at?